Hello friend, this is Paper Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you crafty kitties are doing great. If you're new, welcome and thank you for stopping by. So today what I'm going to be doing is a little demonstration of how I'm going to be using these Kokorosa dies that I received from Kokorosa Studios. So I will be linking all these dies and their information in the description box below. Be sure and check that out. So this is the one with the butterflies, and it's kind of like a spray of butterflies, and I just really love it. I am kind of inspired to use my Mermaid paper for these because I kind of have a little bit of a plan for it. And so I just want to go ahead and cut this out with you here today. I thought I'd just pop on and get the video recorded so that you could see how I am doing this. I actually had to get a new big kit because I broke my big shot. And so yes, this is a new big kick, and hopefully I will treat it a little gentler. We'll see. I get a lot of wear and tear from that, but okay. So yeah, see, this is the first thing I'm super excited about, is that on top of the fact that you get this beautiful die cut, is, you know, through the negatives, is that you get all these little bitty butterflies, you know, that come from that. So I am just delighted to be able to use that. You know, because you can use these little bitty butterflies for just a number of things on projects, or, you know, to decorate embellishments, junk journals, or even as like little confetti inside of maybe like a sequin mix or something like that. So yeah, this is a great die, and that's kind of what I was hoping would happen, and I'm excited that indeed it go. Let me see if I can pop this one out here. And so this is what it looks like once I've popped it out. I don't know if it shows too well. You got this. Okay, look how adorable is that. I really love it. I think it's really pretty. And like I said, you get you know, all these little butterflies that come out of it. You know, they're just all like tiny and small. So super cute, super excited to be working with this die. And so I'll probably be stitching a few videos here and there to complete this demonstration. So let me go ahead and put this to a side, and I will be right back with the next die. Okay, so here I'm showing you how I've cut 6 of these dies, because basically it's 2 of each size, and I felt that for the camellia to look really nice, that's what needs to happen. So basically I had to put that die set through the machine twice, and that way I had the 6 pieces. And now I'm just going to be going around with this ink, and it's called cantaloupe, the color, and I just really love that because that paper, it's a pretty nice thick cardstock, and it's kind of a very faint peach. And so by having that cantaloupe color on the edges like that, I think it really highlighted the color. So that's another thing that could be a tip for y'all that are working on getting your flowers looking pretty. So yeah, sometimes I don't always make the flowers look the way they're supposed to, But I do, if I know the name of the flower, I will look it up on Google to see what it's supposed to look like, because I don't always know what they're supposed to look like. And you know, like I said, sometimes I go with that and sometimes I don't. In this case I did, and that's why again I chose to make the borders darker and also had the extra layering there, because I think that really helped. And I think in general, you know, just having more layers, you know, can typically be good, or better than having less layers, especially with flowers. So that there's another tip. Now in this case I did not leave any spaces in between, because for this flower it just looked to me like it wasn't going to be like with other flowers. I've left spaces in between, but this one, you know, because of the type of flower it is, I just kind of layered them in a way that, you know, that you, well, as you could see what I did here, if you go back on the video, I was talking over that while I was doing it, but if you look at it, you could see how I layered it, and that will help you to see, you know, that I basically got the two of each size and then glued them down and then glued, you know, the sets afterwards. So now I'm putting these leaves, and at first I'm kind of thinking that they're supposed to go in one direction, but then later on you'll see that I actually went ahead and put or got my bone folder and started to actually I wanted them to be go in the opposite direction, so that's okay too, you know. And so there I'm still doing it kind of in the wrong direction, but I don't know that until I put it on the flower. And then once I'm there, I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go ahead and change that direction because it's gonna look better that way. So just playing around with it, and that's what you want to do. You know, you want to play around with it and see how you like it. And there I am, using the bone folder to kind of shape them out towards the bottom instead of the other way around, and I really like the way that ends up looking. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the center, and what I do with that actually is I cut it, I think 3 times, because I felt that just the one wasn't going to give it the dimension that I wanted to. So there again with the layering, you know, again you could probably just use the single layers of the dies, but see how cute that looks. I really like it like that. And then I went ahead and made like a little indentation in the center, and then kind of made it more, you know, just like an actual little flower there. So I think that looks really pretty, and that's, you know, that's enough to make this flower look the way it should, and the way I think it should anyway. And so I think it looks pretty. But I do go ahead and of course put a little gemmy in the middle because I have to. And and I already kind of in the back of my mind as I was making the flower, I remembered this particular gems that I have that are just so pretty, and they're kind of a peach, like dusty rose peach color. And I just thought, oh, those would be perfect. And I think it is perfect. I think I really like it. So this is what I got, guys. And yeah, so I'm headed here in a minute to show you what I do with the next die. But I absolutely love that. They're very dimensional, which is beautiful, especially for projects where you want that dimension. As you see, I'm scrunching it up a little bit more, and that actually is giving it even more dimension. You know, at times I don't want that, especially if I'm working in a junk journal, because you know you can't really put super dimensional stuff on the pages, because then your book kind of, you know, it's a little weird. But yeah, I was able to kind of work this one out, not on the inside of the journal, but on the outside. So I'll show you that here in a bit. Okay, so this is what I did with the Kokorosa die cuts, using the Kokorosa dies. And I think I've probably stitched this video to the other part. And I had shown you that I was working on this journal in my previous video, or the one before the last. And this flower, it's a camellia, and I love the way it looks here. Now it is very dimensional, so of course I could have probably made it less dimensional, but maybe it wouldn't have looked like a camellia. So but I did use the thicker, you know, cardstock, and then inked the edges, etc. So I think it looks really pretty. I'm not done with the journal, so I'm not doing a flip through now, but I am going to be showing you how I used those dies in this journal, because I've gone ahead and used all of them. There were basically 4 sets, and so this is the first one with the flower, with the camellia flower. And so that's what that looks like. I hope it's not too glary. So I've already, I think, shown you this at the beginning of, you know, closer to the beginning of the video. And that's what the set looks like again. Am I gonna keep this on the journal? I don't know. I'm really undecided because I really love it, but I'm not sure. I also like it without it, so I'm going to show you without it, and I want y'all to let me know in the comments below what you vote for, if you want it with the camellia on there or without the camellia flower, because I'm just interested to know your opinion. So anyway, I went ahead and put it, attached it, you know, with a hot glue onto this pretty lace ribbon. And it is stretchy. This is what it looks like without it. And I still love it. I think it's really pretty. I think there's already a lot going on here. So I don't think it needs that, but you know, that touch is very sweet, I must say. So anyway, I guess, you know, it just, I'm kind of leaning on keeping it, you know, but then, you know, there's this beautiful flower on this wallpaper here that is gorgeous. And so I may just keep it like that. But now this obviously is not the kind of journal you're going to put in your purse or something like that. This is more of a, I'm probably going to display it, you know, like in my living room or something like, or my bedroom. And so having that flower on here, I think, is going to be really beautiful to do that. So anyway, I'd like to know what y'all think about that. So let's get to the next, giving you a little peekaboo here, what I've done next. All right, so then what I've done next here is these beautiful butterflies. It's like a spray of butterflies. Now, what I've done is I've only attached the centers so that then you can pick up the little corners and, you know, just kind of lift up those little wings. And I just think that looks super, super, super cute. And I think it just looks completely beautiful. So it gives it a little dimension, and it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And so this is the die. You know, you get the little negative of the spray of butterflies. But then, like I said, if you put the little bitty butterflies back on and just attach the centers, then they look like they're just flying away, so, or flying around. So anyway, I really loved that, and so I inked around this page, and I played with the colors of the opposite page to kind of marry those colors together, those image, you know, just kind of make it look like it goes together. So I really like that. So I'm gonna put that to a side, and let me show you the next one. The next one is the little birthday cake. And so the way I made it is an ATC. It's a smidgen larger than an ATC, but I already had it cut. And then this is the little cake with the bow, the icing, and the little candles. And now I was really tempted to make it, you know, for more like colorful or whatever, but you know, that goes to show that, you know, you could just really use it however you like. And so, you know, this is more like a romantic, pretty little birthday cake instead of like a flamboyant, happy, bright, which is fine, by the way, because I love those kind of, you know, looks as well. But for this particular project, I just really enjoyed seeing that there. So I made it like into a little tuck spot. And so I made this cute little tag, and I got this little image from a tea box, a box of tea. And so I backed it up, put a little grommet there, metal little grommet, and yeah, I think that looks adorable. So there's that. So that's that third die from that set. And adorable. I love, 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 love it. And yeah, I just had these little paper clips to kind of so I could see where I kind of like little tabs. But so there it is. There she is. I made her kind of like mixed media-ish looking. So I inked it with the oxides and the inks on some parts. And then, you know, put a little gemmy in the center there. But that cute little envelope with the flowers inside, that's what that looks like. And again, I could have made it a cleaner look, you know, for a card that maybe wasn't a mixed media-ish looking thing. So that would have been fine too. But again, I just love the way that those colors and everything came out, because I tend to, when I'm working on a project, I tend to, I guess, coordinate the colors. And so I think the only thing that was different was the butterflies, because I wanted to, for some reason, I wanted to use that mermaid paper that I make in blue, and because this journal has a lot of the blue. And if you remember, been inspired by Ruby and Pearl using her blue collection. Also, Uniquely Ella is another one that I've been watching, and I'm going to list her as well because I'm very inspired by her as well. And she also has that Ruby and PearlXO style of Heather. And so anyway, this is what the little envelope looks like. And then these were the flowers, and you know, this is like a different kind of a flower. I don't know what kind of flower that is, but you know, it's so pretty. And then the leaves. So I made, you know, a couple of the flowers and a few of the leaves and a few of the other type of little flower deals there. So anyway, that's what we got, guys. I hope you really like it. Again, I'm going to be listing their products below in the information box, and also I'm going to be listing those ladies that I mentioned, mainly because of the inspiration that I got from them. Be sure and check them out and let them know I sent you their way. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and press the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. Love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.